All right, it's What's More Likely Wednesday. Let's dive into it. It's yours this time. I'm excited for them. The Pittsburgh Steelers prepare for the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. They welcome Dylan Gabriel to Acrisure Stadium for the first time in what may be a long career and may be a bad career. On the other side of that, Joe Flacco, shout out to the guy, is set to play the Green Bay Packers. We did not talk about this yesterday. The Green Bay Packers this week for the second time in 2 weeks, and then next week we'll play TJ Watt. I can't think of any worse way to start your career behind the worst offensive line in football. Shout out to Cincinnati Bengals, but that's old news and new news and exciting news. It's What's More Likely. Let's dive into it. Jacob, what do you got?
We've been talking a lot of offense, right? So why not just one more thing before? Well, maybe a couple of more. But the first one I want to ask you, the Steelers historically have great success against the Browns at home.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers owns pretty much all the teams he plays. Success against Cleveland as well.
Yes.
There's some concerns about what the offense will do, but I want to know, in your opinion, is it more likely that this Steelers offense continues the trend of dominating the Browns at home by putting up 40 points or more, or is it more likely that they score 10 or less?
Up 40 or more with ease.
Easy choice.
With ease. Mike Tomlin has a ridiculous record against the Cleveland Browns at home. It's
something stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 40-8 or something. Then they tied one time, which was the craziest record ever. And then Aaron Rodgers, I think, is undefeated at home against the Browns, or maybe all time against the Browns. It's his first taste of medicine there. The Steelers kind of figured out how to stop defensive linemen last week against Minnesota that I'm not going to overlook there. I think that's impressive as well. I mean, 40 points without Calvin Austin's rough, man. But if you make a trade for Jaden Waddle, maybe. But I think what's more likely, that or 10. I mean, 40, easy. I'd go 40. I think that's, a large gap, but I'd go 40.
Okay. All right. And then, I lied a minute ago, because two more of these are about offense. So here we go with the next one. And
I love
it. We've talked a lot about Roman Wilson. I love to joke. I love to be funny guy. I love to be silly, but I need you to tell me for real and tell us for real.
Yeah.
Is it more likely that Roman Wilson actually is further involved in the offense this weekend and catches more than 3 passes, or is it more likely that he sees the field for less than 10 offensive snaps? Say number 10 again for you.
I hate this one because I like Roman. I want Roman to get an opportunity. Roman's a very nice guy. I enjoy talking to him. I enjoy watching him work. He's always one of the lads off the field. This dude busts his butt. He does. You're saying 3 catches or 10 or less snaps.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying. Mm-hmm. We're riding the line there, okay? And I know I'm talking as if I'm going to say 10 snaps, but I'm going 3 catches. I think that Roman might surprise us. Those 3 catches might be for 7 yards. It might not be a day.
Yep.
But at some point during this game, the Steelers are going to have to make a decision, and that decision is: are we riding the Scotty Miller, Ben Skoranek train to the ground, to the death of us, or are we going to put Roman Wilson on the field? And I like Scotty Miller, and I love Benny Sko. I love Benny Sko, dude. That guy's a beast. I love everything about him. But Roman's going to get some opportunities. He's got to get some opportunities. I'm going Roman, 3 catches. The Browns are going to put 11 people on DK Metcalf. They're going to say, here are 10 guys, go cover him. Miles, rush the quarterback. That's going to be their game plan against the Steelers. And Roman's going to get open. So less than 10 snaps isn't going to happen. I'm going Roman Wilson, and I'm going 3 receptions. That's more likely.
Incredible. I have Benny Sko Magic Show is something crazy. I saw a TikTok he posted about grounding, why he's barefoot when he warms up before games.
Yeah. Shout out.
Does he know that concrete's underneath the grass?
Dude, who cares, man? Okay,
I'm just wondering if he knows that. I get putting go touch grass is like a real thing.
You want to know your assignment for tomorrow when you're at the facility? I need you to videotape you asking him. No, you're not. You don't have to. You have to say it the same way that you just said it to all of us. Yo, you know that concrete's under there, right? You know that. and put the camera real close to his face and just see what he says back.
Just so different because if I go outside into my backyard, if I go into nature and like my feet touch the grass, that's it, baby.
Dude,
it's just earth and soil. You go into Acrisure Stadium touching grass, my man, you're on top of tons of concrete.
Look it, dude. Look it. I grew up
What
in
are you
Jessup,
grounding
Pennsylvania.
to?
All right. It's a
But
coal
right.
town, which means that it was just grass, soil, and then a bunch of coal mines. It's the same thing. I felt grounded the whole time. I had that electricity going through my body.
I just saw the TikTok and it made me laugh. I'm like, that's just empirically false. But love him. Benny Sco Magic Show. My next one's not about him. And if you do hear this, love you, another good friend of the show, Benny Sco.
Benny Sco, dude. I hope he does. I pray he does.
I don't know if I share that. And moving on, I think maybe the wide receivers might not make up the difference for the Steelers offense. Tight ends probably are going to.
Yeah.
It was all Darnell Washington heavy sets against the Vikings. Gonna see more Jonnu Smith. They're gonna see more Pat Fryermuth in the passing game, maybe. Maybe it'll just be more Darnell Washington in other ways. Do you think it is more likely, it's a little three-part here, that Jonnu Smith or Darnell Washington or Pat Fryermuth exceeds 50 receiving yards in this game? Who is more likely to? Not the what's more likely, who is more likely to?
The Browns are historically not great at covering tight ends. It's just something about the Jim Schwartz defense that they are just historically not the greatest at covering tight ends. Pat 50 yards is a lot. For Pat Fryermuth to get 50 yards, he's catching a lot of passes because he's not a 25-yard reception guy. He's a 7 to 12 reception guy. He's a classic tight end. That's what he is. Darnell getting 50 is nuts. Like Darnell getting 50 would be ridiculous. And I just don't even know how it would happen. I think Jonnu 50 is a possibility in this one. I do. I think that Jonnu having that breakout crazy, Jonnu's here game is a possibility. This is the first time that the Steelers have a real opportunity to say, this is the guy that we've bragged about for 6 months being our 3 months being our wide receiver 2. Let's see what happens. So what's more likely on this one is Jonnu just off of pure usage and ability. Would I be shocked if it's Pat? No. Would I be hyped if it's Pat? For sure. Would I be the most hyped if it was Darnell making play after play after play? Certainly. I would love Darnell to have a 50-yard game. I think that would be awesome. I'm going to go Jonnu on this one. I think that's my best bet.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to see a lot of Darnell run blocking and a lot of Jonnu Smith in the passing game. I got one more for you if we have time.
Hit me with it.
All right. You said, I think it was yesterday during Overreaction Tuesday, my days are blurry, that something about TJ Watt maybe doubling Myles Garrett's production. And I found that to be pretty unlikely when we talked about it, but I think it's also very unlikely that something else I'm going to pose next to it also happens. So I need your input on it. Do you think it is more likely that TJ Watt doubles Myles Garrett's sack total on Sunday? Myles has 1, he has 2. Myles has 2, TJ has 4. Or do you think it's more likely that Dylan Gabriel doubles Aaron Rodgers in touchdown passes?
No chance. No chance in Jalen Waddle not coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no chance. Dylan Gabriel might throw for 40 yards in this game. If you told me what's more likely, Dylan Gabriel passing for under 100 yards or throwing a touchdown pass, I'd say potentially passing for less than 100 yards. The offensive line's banged up. The Browns offensive line's banged up. Dylan Gabriel looks fine. He doesn't look bad. Minnesota's defense, a good defense, obviously, but they were a weak overseas. Like that's just those games are always, you always pick the team that's been overseas, but at the same time, the team that's been overseas is exhausted. They are not a team at 100% capacity. you had the spark. You couldn't even take advantage of it. I think this is home. This is the Browns. This is the AFC North. This is not a trap game. You got Juan Thornhill, who's going to want some revenge because they called him Jog Thornhill, and he's still pissed about that. I mean, Joey hasn't played in a while. He's going to be running on all cylinders.
Oh man,
I think that I truly think that this is crazy to say, but doubling the sacks. But I think it's like TJ gets 2, Miles gets 1. I think that's what happens. I would go that's more likely than Dylan Gabriel. Doubling Aaron Rodgers' touchdown passes. That would mean that chances are he's got to throw at least 4. And that's just not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
You know why I think it's actually like for the only chance that I think this could actually occur is if the Steelers' run game succeeds and Aaron Rodgers throws for a single touchdown pass, because who else is he going to throw to in this game? But then Dylan Gabriel, like the Browns score 14 points and they're both passing touchdowns in like weird situations. Like that's the only scenario I could see. But yeah, I had to throw it out there, man. Crazy stuff happens in this game. Wanted to see what you thought.
I love it. I hope that it doesn't, to be honest with you. I hope that nothing that we talked about today happens except for the good stuff for the Pittsburgh Steelers and Jalen Waddle ending up in the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to keep saying that until I can't say it anymore.